I've just checked out the new Virgin Hotel in Glasgow, but what did I think of it? Let's get writing about it.
The chamber that I booked into was a petite chamber queen. And for this room, for one night, I paid £252. Also, if you enjoy this review by the end of the video, please get a wee share, because for the love of God, I need to make my £250 back on this video. I walked into the hotel and I was greeted by two lovely gentlemen. One of those gentlemen's names was Brody. Brody didn't recognise me at the door. He didn't know I was there to do a review. But oh my, the service was exceptional. He asked me how my day was straight away, but it wasn't just like, oh, how was your day? Aye, good. Alright, cool. There was follow-up questions. I felt like I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but a good one. So Brody said, do you want me to show you up to your room? And then we get into the room, and then he says to me, do you want a wee tour of your room? And again, he didn't know I was here to review the hotel. He was just being nice. Oh, and by the way, I did ask him for permission to record it, just in case anybody with morals comes for me.
First of all, obviously we have your main control panel here, so all on and all off for your lights. Even if you had a few friends back here, you're having some drinks, one of them can sit in the corner here, you're not going to risk falling backwards.
You can still sit up against the back.
So it's proper firm. Plugs there, USB and USB Type-C.
Oh, plugs next to the bed.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
After my room tour, big man Brody shook my hand like I was about to give him away at the altar.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers, thank you.
That's how good a handshake it was. And I was left to my own devices. Now the actual room itself, it's about 50 quid away for how much I used to pay when I moved out at 17 for my one bedroom flat in Paisley, which was £300 a month. I've got a lot of issues with the price and we'll come back to that at the end. The toilet and shower are separated by the kind of glass doors, but they're good glass doors. It's not like the ones where you can actually still make out body shapes behind it. I like as well that the doors have got magnets in them so they actually stay shut. There is a tiny gap at the top of the doors, but I'm assuming that's just for airflow. The dressing room area with the sink and the wee chair and all that and the big mirror, that can all be shut off by a big sliding barn door. It's quite helpful if somebody's getting ready in the morning and don't want to disturb the person still sleeping. Or if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you need to get up and do a massive poo. It's quite nice, I quite like it. The shower area is huge, it's got a wee seat in it, and I've had rainfall shower bad boy, but I'll let you know what the shower's like in the morning. During the tour of the room for Rhodey, I noticed on the table that there was a wee can of iron brew and a packet of popcorn. So when I was signing up to the Virgin Hotel member scheme, they asked me what my favourite things were. My favourite food, my favourite drinks, my favourite snacks. So I'm assuming they use that information and they just chuck some nice wee things into your room for you. Quite like that, it's a nice wee touch. Another nice touch with this room is that everything can be controlled with all the wee panels on the wall or your phone. It can also be controlled with your telly remote. If you're lying in bed, you've got the panel behind your left ear, a panel behind your right ear, a remote control on your horn, and your phone in your other horn. You can turn it off 4 ways, man. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Time and time again, these stupid hotels, they put the light switch for the toilet outside your room, down the hall, turn left, go down a flight of stairs, and then you're in the kitchen, and then you need to ask the chef to turn off your toilet light. So I'm more than happy having 4 different options to turn off my lights. Now don't get me wrong, this is really cool, but it's not a new thing. Me and Emma went to Disney World in January this year, and we could check into a room from my phone. It's cool, I'll grant that, but it's not really anything revolutionary. Let's talk about this minibar area and all the stuff that comes with it. You've got gins, wine, cocktails, and of course, Buckfast. The fridge is quite well stocked, but I looked at the price list, which was on the telly. You'd be better just going thirsty than paying the prices for a can of juice. I did find a wee packet of sweeties in the minibar, but before I picked them up and started eating them, I did phone my mortgage advisor just to make sure I could afford it. Thankfully, he said with 4 monthly repayments, I'll be able to afford the sweeties in time. So I started eating them and they were quite nice.
I'd rate them a 4 out of 5.
Normally in these hotel reviews I spend quite a bit of time talking about how clean the room is, but for this one I kinda messed it up a wee bit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about how clean the room is because it was completely spotless, minus 1 bit. Now when I booked this hotel I thought it had been open for about a month. Turns out it had only been open for 5 days. There's honestly a good possibility that the room that I stayed in, nobody's ever stayed in it before. There was dust in certain places that makes sense that nobody else has been there. The soap that was at the sink and the soap in the shower was literally brand new. It had never been pressed before. Now either they're putting soap in every room after every stay, which I don't think would be very cost effective, or literally that soap had never been used before. So the only thing that I could find in this entire room, after pointing the blacklight at the shower, the toilet, the dressing area, the mattress, which was absolutely spotless by the way, the only bit that I could find really dusty was on top of that smeg fridge, which by the way is £1,000. I went on the Argos just to check the price. £970 for a fridge. Not even like a big fridge. It's a mini fridge. It's got 3 shelves. I done a wee Google. There's 242 rooms in this hotel. Now let's just assume that there's one of the fridges in every single room. That's just under £250,000. Nay, one of the rooms are £300 a night. They're trying to make all the money back on the fridges. Right, calm down. So on top of the fridge, that was the only bit that was dirty. I'm going to try and go over this next bit of the video quite quickly as well. This video's getting that long that I could start to enter it in short film festivals. The blackout test. So I'll shut all the curtains, block out all the light to see if you can sleep during the day when there's still daylight. And the answer is aye, pretty easily. My phone was really brightening this up. It was more or less pitch black. Also, let's really quickly talk Wi-Fi. In a hotel where everything is controlled by your phone and your telly, the Wi-Fi really does need to be good. And I can safely say, it's really good. It's the fastest speeds I've ever seen in a hotel. To the point where I uploaded my Facebook video that day in seconds. Wait, are you hungry? Because I'm starving. Let's order some food. But I really need to make the £250 back on this video, so I'm separating it up into two videos. The hotel and the food. I ordered 3 things off the menu, and if the video's out by the time you're watching this, then the link will be in the comments. If it's no out, then oh well, shame. Right, well I've been fed and watered, and I'm ready to fall asleep watching the US Office on Netflix. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, gluten tag, you bunch of filthy animals. Good morning. Let's quickly talk about the bed and the shower. The bed, comfortable, very comfortable. The pillows were quite nice as well. I think it's like a feathery pillow, so it does kind of flatten over time. If I did want another pillow, there was 2 above the wardrobe that I could have got, but I just couldn't be able to get them. I left the aircon running all night and it was really quiet. Because you can shut that big sliding barn door, you can block out the noise of the aircon. The aircon's in 2 units, the noisy bit is in the next room, but the actual bit where the air comes out is in the bedroom. The shower, I don't know, for a £250 room, I wasn't that impressed. It looks lovely, like it looks the part, but the water pressure just wasn't that good. Only thing left today is strip the bed, empty the rubbish, and put the towels in the shower. Brody the day before told me...
And you can also check out from your room as well.
For the room?
Yeah.
What?
So I tried to do that. I tried checking out on the telly and for some reason it wasn't working. So I jumped into reception and I didn't catch the guy's name, but oh my god, I've never seen such a happier man in my life. He sorted everything out, and then on my way to the front door, who do I see? It's the main man, Brody. I said to him, I was like, mate, have you been here all night? And he went, I'm always here. But no in like a, oh, I'm always here. It was in like a, I'm always here. Like, even if I wasn't staying in a hotel, I feel like I could phone up Brody for any advice. I think I might invite Brody to my wedding, to be honest. He's had that much of an effect on me. He's such a nice, kind-hearted soul. When I was writing this part of the script, it took me a while to try and figure out what to say. Because in a time where quite a lot of us are struggling to pay rent, pay bills, pay gas and electricity, generally just live, can I justifiably come on the internet and recommend a £250 room? Personally, I think this hotel was brilliant. But in my head, it just keeps coming back to £250. That's a lot of money. And I'll be completely upfront with you, the video that you're watching just now, that's got adverts on it. You might have got an advert, you might have no. So when you watch that advert, this video has made money. This video has made income. So more likely, I'm going to make my money back for this video. That's why I can justify a £250 a night room. But just an average Joe, and please don't think that I think that I'm above an average Joe. Trust me, I'm lower than average Joe. I'm not even Joe. That's how low I am. If you can afford this hotel comfortably, then do it. If £250 a night is a splash in the pond for you, then by all means jump into that pond. You're going to get treated well and you're going to love it. It is a really nice hotel and I think it's a really good addition to the Glasgow hotel scene. And hopefully in about 6 months to a year, the hotel has made its initial investment back so they don't need to keep on charging £250 a night for their rooms. I mean, they've just spent £250,000 on 270 fridges. I think if this hotel was £100 to £150 a night, I would be recommending it to every single person I know because that would be the perfect price point. Something I did notice when I was there at night time and when I was checking out, normally at night time in a busy hotel in the city centre, the restaurant is booming. Also in the morning where these videos that you're watching just now, that's when they were shot, the hotel was empty, man. When I was checking out, I was the only person checking out. Before we end, let's just circle it back to the customer service. Brody is an absolute star. A massive compliment to that hotel. And don't get me wrong, I spoke to other people during the night as well. Everybody was brilliant, but Brody, he just really stuck out to me. And Brody, if you're watching this, big man, I appreciate you going out your way to make my stay even more enjoyable. 100% I'll be back when it's a lower price point. I'm going to rate the Virgin Hotel in Glasgow an 8 out of 10.
But where do you want to see me review next? How's about you let me know down in the comments below.